All right. Welcome, Lauren. Lost
Thanks.
Lauryn. So, this is your third time sailing with me now, something like that? I don't know.
Thailand was 20 days. It's time.
Yeah.
We didn't sail. I came
we
to
just came
Annapolis
out,
with
and
y'all
then
last
the trip
year.
and then the trip canceled, the one we were going to do in Florida.
And yeah, this is the fourth attempt, but second sailing, because then,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure most of the viewers and fans know who you are, but for those that don't, who are you? What do you do?
I am Lost Lauryn. He found me.
Yeah.
I am former boat
Is he
captain.
okay? She's allergic to dogs, by the way.
I'm allergic to dander.
Yeah.
I just took 2 puffs of my inhaler.
Okay. Well, as long as they're not like 2 in your face, they're generally okay. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
Continue.
yesterday I laid on a pillow that they laid on,
Ah.
and then I had some trouble. So I'm trying to be really careful right now.
Yeah. So you Lost Lauryn on Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff, and then
And
Snapchat.
Snapchat's a thing now.
Yeah, I don't know.
found
I guess
out.
I hear it's making a comeback. I don't think I'm going to get involved with Snapchat, but we'll see.
It's been fun because YouTube is a little bit delayed because I'll edit my own stuff, and Instagram is just kind of like bite-sized pieces of entertainment with like the pictures, but the reels. But Snapchat gets to see on the daily, because it's just 24-hour stories.
Right.
They see what's happening every day on the day, and that's the best way to keep up with me.
And it's all your stuff is Lost_Lauryn.
Lost_Lauryn.
Lauren with a Y, so Lauryn, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't think I even answered your question. I am a former yachty.
Okay.
Formerly, I just started living on a trawler in like 2020, and then I started working on a snorkel boat. Then I was second mate on a 74-foot schooner, and then I moved to Fort Lauderdale, Florida to start yachting, and I worked my way up on deck until I had a 200-ton MCA captain's license.
Nice.
So it's really cool getting to come back and join you in the water,
Yeah.
because I've now stepped away from yachting and I'm full-time motorcycle adventure YouTubing.
Yep. So you've done you've already done the series where you sailed from Key West to San Diego.
I did a moto tour.
Sorry, moto tour.
Yeah.
You'll hear me mixing stuff up occasionally, and then now you're about to do what? Seattle to Maine.
Yes, so I did my southern coast-to-coast moto tour. So I went from Key West to San Diego. It only took like 25 days. I really took my time. However, I've been in all like the southeast region, so I wasn't really trying to like hang out there. And the scenery got really cool after like Arizona, really. And so I've not ever explored on the northern part of the country, really.
You better hurry. It's gonna be cold.
I know. But I went up to South Dakota for like Sturgis, and then the riding is incredible up there. And now I just want to like do another coast to coast, but all throughout the north, where it's gonna be pretty like windy the whole way.
Well, I imagine you'll probably just have to leave later in the morning. Instead of leaving at like 8 a.m., leave at like 10, because it's and then drive for 4 or 5 hours, because that's otherwise at 8 a.m. is still going to be 60 degrees, and like when you're on a motorcycle and it's 60 degrees, like that's cold.
Yeah. The coldest day of my life was when I rode it through. Well, I was gonna say 35 degrees, but now that's
cold.
been surpassed. I'm going from Amarillo, Texas to Albuquerque. There was a windstorm.
Oh
with
yeah.
gusts of 55, and which is not to be dismissed. Like I underestimated that. And the temperatures dropped, and I got into like nearly a medical emergency. I was so frigid.
Yeah, that can be like that scary too on a motorcycle. Like I've been out in Amarillo when I don't think it was blowing 50 knots, but it was blowing 30, 40, and like you're leaning over into the wind a little bit, and it's a little scary because like it's not like a car where you just feel a little push, like anyway.
There was one point I actually got off the road, and it was documented too, but I got off the road soon after because I just had to like reconvene. There's one point, because I have this, at the time I had so I'm like collaborating with Harley Davidson.
Right.
So they've given me a Harley to do that first trip.
They've given you 2 Harleys now. It's your second Harley, right?
I'm on my second.
Yeah,
now.
Unfortunately you don't get to keep them.
I didn't keep them. Hopefully I would
But you
love
can use them
to.
for a year. That's pretty nice.
Not necessarily a year, but I like kind of pitched my idea to them. They offered, and like, what's your vision? And I told them like, I want to do all this. They're like,
How did you get in touch with them? Like, cause that's the hardest thing for me is talking to other brands and stuff like that. Once I actually get connected to somebody at a brand that can actually make a decision and I can show them the value of, working with me, like that's a no-brainer. They're like, oh yeah, let's do it. But like getting your foot in the door and talking to those people is hard.
No, I guess I got pretty lucky because they reached out to me.
Oh really? Wow.
Actually, I thought I was being punked for a minute. Like January 3rd, I posted a video. It's just like a 40-second reel. I was like, my goal for 2025 is to do a coast-to-coast moto tour. And then in the video, I was test riding 2 bikes, and actually a Heritage and a Lowrider ST, which is the
those
bike
are both
I
Harley
have now.
bikes, right?
Yes, they're both Harleys. I was at a Harley dealership. I was test riding. They both had like less than 5 miles on them. I was going to buy one. So then I started on the Heritage, and then halfway through, the sales guy and I would swap, and I would ride back on the Lowrider. Well, when we swapped, the Heritage didn't start back up.
Oh no.
And which I was so disappointed because that's the one I favored at the time. And then so the reel was actually kind of a bad look because I was like, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And then it died with like 8 months. But that's not Harley's fault. It was the dealership hadn't like moved
Rigged
it
it.
or did the battery. So it was on the dealership, I
Right.
think. But so I posted that, and 13 minutes later.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm a sports bike girl, so my audience was immediately like, that's why you stick to sports bike, blah, blah, blah. 13 minutes after I posted it, I got the, someone who does make the decisions with Harley.
Oh, wow.
Reached out. It says, he didn't even acknowledge that the bike died. They're so eloquent about it. He's like, I saw your reel, I've been like watching your stuff, and we want to help you make this trip happen.
Oh wow.
But I think it's not for nothing that they gave me the exact bike that died in the video.
The exact bike?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, not like yeah, it was also a 2025.
Okay, but not the exact bike,
Right.
the same model and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
And so it was really smart on them because that 40-second video made it look like the bike wasn't reliable. But then here I am. I've done 12,000 miles in a couple months on it.
Wow. You've done 12,000 miles on it. That's a lot of time on a bike.
Well, now I'm at about 28,000
okay.
miles.
That's still a lot.
Yeah, it is.
It's yeah. Didn't you do you said you did like 1,000 mile, what do they call it, iron butt?
An iron butt.
No thanks.
I did an iron butt. Actually, I got 1,044
Well, explain
miles.
explain what an iron butt is.
Okay, in the motorcycle world, an iron butt is when you do 1,000 miles in 24 hours. So, I mean, it's a lot of stamina, and I really enjoyed it after I got out of my own head, honestly. But so I ended up doing 1,000 miles in 18 hours and 22 minutes of riding straight. And I would document it, like I got a receipt at the beginning, gas station, the time, like the location, and then my final receipt. So actually, I could have done a little bit better time. I guess people who do these are like saying I made a great time for my first effort. But
How many hours was it?
18 hours, 22 minutes.
I mean, because if you're riding nonstop at say 70, that's what 10 hours just to get 700 miles, and then so you're looking at like 15 hours at 70 mile an hour average.
No, we don't just go 70.
But okay, so you're going a little fast. But I'm saying but that's average, because you're gonna stop, right? For you're gonna have to turns and all that. So even if you're doing 80 miles an hour or more, I'm not saying you're on a closed road in Mexico.
There are a lot of states with 80 mile an hour speed limits. So actually, yeah, I did stop at one point. I had a deliverable, which in the creator world is like something you create for a company. So I had a deliverable so I had to do a quick edit and post and everything.
Yeah.
Which took probably like 35 minutes of that. So
yeah, that's still a lot. So you said 18 hours?
In 22 minutes.
Yeah, no thanks. That sounds miserable to me.
But it was pretty great until the last 150 miles. I was like, man, my back's kind of sore. But this is when the sun went down, so it got colder. And when it gets colder, my body unintentionally will get more tense. And so then my back, I kind of started feeling it in the last 75 miles.
It was well after dark, right? By the time I had to be.
Sunset, it was 150 miles. And then and then for the last 75 miles, I was like, man, I'm really hurt. And
Yeah.
the last 48 miles specifically, I remember looking at the odometer and being like, this sucks. Like I am hurting.
Well, they would if it wasn't so hard, they'd call it like a cushion butt. It's
They
not
should
an
call it
iron
an
butt.
iron back
Iron
because
back,
it is your back that's
That's
sore.
what would give me is my back. I generally don't have too many back problems, but if I sat on a motorcycle for 18 hours, my back would be killing me.
It was my lower back.
Yeah. All right, so now you're back. Well, you're just sailing with me on this trip.
Yes.
Hopefully we're going to do some more in the future. We're already kind of talking about doing another sailing trip in November. But so far, so you worked on yachts, big yachts, and then we did the catamaran. What's it like being on a monohull?
So I've been on them before.
Like a sailboat monohull?
Yes, because I was second mate on that schooner, and we would just do sunset cruises and dolphin cruises and like short stints.
Right.
I've never done what we did yesterday.
It's 14 hours yesterday.
14 hours of right on the nose.
Well, yeah, the first half was unfortunately the wind was right on the nose. It only got up to 15 knots, but it was on average like 12. And so, yeah, we were beating into the waves. It sucked. Partly, the reason it took a little longer is because for those first, for 3 hours of that first 7 hours, we were only doing 5 knots because we're beating into the waves, which keeps slowing you down. But once the wind started turning, we were able to put a sail out, and it was a lot more comfortable. We were doing 8 knots. It was a lot better.
Yeah, to me, sailing is wonderful, obviously, on sailboats. When you do have to motor, for me, I'm really smell sensitive, and the fumes just make me, for that duration, I've never been on that kind of, motion for that duration with, really the fumes is what really got me.
Diesel fumes, yeah.
Yeah, I just felt so, unwell from the fumes. I wouldn't say I'm seasick, but I wasn't I wasn't enjoying it. I don't think anybody was enjoying it, but yeah, and then maybe it's carrying over today, but we're at a really rocky.
Yeah, unfortunately, so we're in New York here, and at the marina, the wakes and the swell just wraps right in. The ferry wakes and stuff like that. So occasionally, I don't know if you can see it. So normally I like to have a couple cameras where we're switching back and forth, but they're all on gimbals, and if we had those gimbal cameras on right now, you would be seasick watching this. So, but anyway, so yeah, it gets occasionally you'll see us woo, because a big wake will come in.
Yeah, actually, I asked if we can close the curtains ahead so I cannot get so discombobulated from all the motion talking to you guys.
But it's been a fun trip. So we did Annapolis, and we went up through the C&D Canal, Cape May, Atlantic City. Now we're here in New York. Unfortunately, you're actually going home tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, right?
Well, I'm going to Seattle.
Oh, Seattle, sorry.
I left my Lowrider ST. So, little side note, when I'm about to start, immediately after this trip, I'm going to start my Northern Coast to Coast trip. So I flew in from Seattle after picking the bike up. And
what are you going to put out first? Are you going to put this stuff first? Yeah, I think so. Okay, and then the Seattle trip?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I'm going to start editing this. I have one more Sturgis video, and then this, and then I'm going to start, I'm going to just do the whole series straight through.
Okay.
I don't even know. I'm professionally winging it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just know I want to do it.
Well, that's what, basically what I do too. I know some, I'm not going to, that's fine. That's their shtick and that works for them. But there's some sailing channels that script a lot of stuff and do things. I never script anything like that. And your motorcycle's not scripted. You're planning stuff, but it's not scripted though.
Oh, I'm not really planning stuff either.
Yeah.
I
Well,
kind of
you're
laugh
planning
when
a
you
trip,
say
but-
that, that this is what you do, because I think you're actually, compared to me, you're really organized. You may not know what you're gonna do, but you have a gauge of what the timeline would look like if you were to do something. I have no idea. I'm just winging it.
Well, I've always found when editing, I probably, it's hurt me sometimes because when I first started, I was probably filming way too much and then going through all the empty footage that I'm never going to use is a pain in the ass. Now I'm a little bit more selective when I'm filming because I'm okay, I'm going to use this. I'm not going to use that. So I'm not using. But then there's sometimes I'm man, I wish I had recorded that. You know what I mean? But
yeah, you're very intentional about what you're filming, which is good.
Nah.
I've learned, this has been a big learning year for me as well. Doing that, it was a 9-episode series. Kind of the 10th episode of that Coast to Coast series was just answering questions about it. But through that, I had to learn, because I'm writing, adventuring, exploring, socializing, and editing. And
Yeah.
through that, I had to learn what process would be like more sustainable and stuff like that. So my process has gotten a lot better, but I'm not.
Wow. I mean, how long have you? When did you start? I mean, like I know you started social media a while back, but like when did you quit your day job?
Everything took off for me July of last year.
Oh, really? So it was that? Yeah.
I was just like, because yachting was my career. Yachting was my focus, not social media. I just kind of like shared stuff, and it just happened to be doing well. But last July, because I've had YouTube since I started like my weight loss journey. I lost 70 pounds like way back. So I just did that to keep myself accountable back in like 2018 or something. I've been on YouTube 7 years now, and so it was always just like accountability or like a creative outlet. I never took it seriously like monetarily or anything. But last July.
Well, what happened last July?
Well, I was honestly at a really low place in my life, and a lot of things felt out of my control. So I literally journaled like July 10th. Everything feels out of my control. So what can I control? I can control that I work out every day.
Right.
I can be in the sun every day is out, like dopamine hit. And I can treat YouTube like it's a job.
Right.
And so like that day I started, in my mind, treating it like a job was to be consistent even if I didn't want to.
Right.
And I was gonna edit like a job's hours, like a 9 to 5, like, and until it became something. It's funny because now it's a 24-hour gig.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But at the time I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm just gonna really give myself a vote of confidence. And then actually 3 weeks later, I had my first like, at the time for me it was a viral video. 3 months later, I'd gone from 11,000 on YouTube to 100,000 on YouTube.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and then now it's been just over a year and a month or two. So maybe like 13, 14 months now.
Yeah.
And I'm actually, I think 5,000 away from 300,000.
That's pretty incredible. I mean, like 300,000 subscribers in a year is like, I mean, that's very rare. That's a lot.
Thank you,
Good job.
guys.
Congratulations.
So
Yeah.
them.
So if you're not one of those 300,000 subscribers, what are you doing? Subscribe to our channel. And while you're at it, subscribe to this channel too. It's a podcast, Sailing Doodles Podcast. But yeah, no, that's pretty incredible. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. And it's been really, this is why I say like Bobby's so organized. It's like, it's really cool. Really, you're the first person I've gotten to like actually see your process, because I was doing this blindly, and then it like skyrocketed, and then actually last November I hit major burnout because I was, and I still am doing everything myself, but I just got, you know, from 11,000 at that time 200,000 by November. I was just in too deep, or like in over my head.
Yeah.
So sorry, we just got like a big like woo.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can pick that up. Anyways.
I'm occasionally getting a little wheezy. Whoa, hang on.
But you're the first person who I've really been able to see like how you operate, and until I started growing, I didn't know anybody in the industry, and now that I know so many people, you're still one of the only people who edits all his own stuff as well as me. So that's why I look up to like you, and I feel like I can learn so much when we are around each other, because you are a one-man show, and like I am also, like, I know so many creators on our like level of engagements and videos and stuff like that have a team of 5.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, it is one of those things. I mean, like, it's just, if I were to hire an editor and all that, like, they don't really save me that much time, because by the time I organize the footage and get it all together, so like my creative process, like number one, I have to organize all the footage into folders and subfolders, import it into the editing system, and then put it all in the timeline in the correct order, and then I pick out the music that I think goes with it. So by the time I would do that, I would need to do all that anyway for an editor, you know, so that takes me an hour to do all that, right? And then, okay, I can send it all off to an editor, and then he sends it back. He might have to make a few tweaks too. Then I got to do voiceover. It's only really, by the time I do all that stuff, it would only save me a couple hours to have an editor do it, and then he's going to charge $400 or $500, and it's just like, eh.
Well, I know people who like they have like they don't even film everything themselves. They'll have like
Right.
a cameraman or a cameraman and editor. Or I was recently with this group, and they had a van with Starlink. They had three to five photographers or videographers, and then the Starlink would send the video off. They would export everything every day to the editors. Like, I'm like, man, like that is quite the
How do
operation.
they make any money doing that? Because like, by the time you hire 3 photographers and an editor and all that, I mean, your profit margin is gone. I mean, like, are they getting, how many views are they getting on these videos?
Oh, I didn't pry, but they seem to be doing well.
I mean, are they doing short form, long form, or what?
Long.
Really? Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, like, I would think to make that, I mean, maybe they do, but like to make that profitable, they would need to average over 1 million views per video to get to, I mean, because like otherwise, like, gosh, all the money just to pay everybody.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I respect it, but that would be too much organizing for me. Like, what I would want to do, well, frankly, like you say, it wouldn't save you a lot. It doesn't make sense, and that makes sense for your, like, how you have it all arranged. For me, like, to me, it's like a passion project, and I know, like, business-wise, it'd be good to consider an editor, but like these videos are like my diary, and
Well,
I can't.
How does that
release
work with burnout, though? I mean, like, that's the thing is, like, for me, when I'm getting burnout, like, every creator is going to get burnout. Like, for me, when I'm getting burnout, it's like, I don't want to edit this, you know? I mean, it could be, like, it depends on a lot of videos. Like, some videos, I'm just like, I'm just not really feeling it. Like, I power through it and edit anyway. I don't really like the video. And then some videos, like the last one I edited, I'm like, man, I really like this. It's going great, and it's really smooth, and it took me, like, the whole thing start to finish 3 hours, right? Because I'm just flying through it because I'm really into it. But when I'm burned out, I'm just like, that's when I would want an editor.
Yeah, I don't know. When I'm, for me, I've learned to. Sorry, we are getting a lot of rocks. I do not know if you guys can pick this up.
See, it helps me if I can see something outside. You don't want that closed
See,
off.
if I can see it, it makes me kind of.
Oh, really? Are you feeling seasick?
No, I just don't feel like. It's just kind of been a nonstop movement for a day and a half.
Yeah.
And I think it's just unsettling at some point. We went to dinner last night, and an hour later we were on land, and both of us were like, we still feel emotion.
For sure. I mean, like, maybe I'll like I'll splice in a video of how much the boat's moving into this podcast and show you guys. But like, it's moving a lot. So like, it is like, I don't get seasick, but I occasionally get like, I'm like, okay, I don't feel perfect. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't feel seasick, but like, I've never gotten sick at sea. But I get car sick. Like, I know the difference. And anyways.
Yeah.
If you guys see me get like distracted, I'm like, boy, like this is a lot.
Yeah, that's why I want to be able to see stuff out there. But anyway, so have you thought about, like, when you do get burnout, maybe have an editor on standby where you can, take a couple weeks off and like give them the footage?
So I've learned to just give myself grace. I am definitely my own biggest critic, and I think this is something that's like hardwired into me from childhood.
Yeah.
Like perfect isn't good enough, and I have to release those notions. Like, after, like, again, November hit hard burnout, and I really.
What was the cause of the burnout?
Like, I was not filming very intentionally, and I was filming most things on 360. So that times 4 the process.
Yeah, that's the problem with 360. I mean, 360. I mean, I think we're both sponsored by Insta360. I mean, it's a great camera, and it gets shots. Like, I showed you the shot today of the thing on the bow is really cool. Like, it gets shots you can't get any other way. Mm-hmm. But it is an editing intensive process.
Yeah, I need to, like, and that's something that's like Siri's taught me. Like, I do most of the stuff on like a point and shoot, and then some of this stuff is 360.
Right.
But I've had to get more smart, and also I was going through like a lot of personal things in like life and stuff, and then that kind of carried. Yeah.
So how'd you get out of the funk?
Well, at that point, I just shut down. I stopped posting for a hot minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I ended up moving because I also had personal stuff. So I moved in January, and then I tried to just like find my rhythm again, and then I started feeling that spark come back. And then like April was like really hard, and at that point, creating kind of was just an escape a little bit. So now my burnout avoidance is that. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna make sense. I think I described this to you, but I know I need to feel like I'm relaxing. And it's like I can trick my mind to feeling relaxed by like, I'll go lay out by a pool or an ocean, and like to me relaxing is like being in the sun.
Well, you edit a lot on your phone.
But I edit, well, I'll export the 360 footage on my phone because my computer, I can't, it'll overheat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'll do it, but exporting from the 360 camera is like you have to sit still and do it.
Yeah.
So I just do it while I'm like laying out, and then anyways, it makes me feel like I'm slowing down.
See, I can't edit on my phone. Like I've tried. I mean, I'll go through it, and I've looked at some of the 360 footage on my phone, but I'm like, I would be much better doing this on my computer.
I've tried the computer. It just, I can knock it out quickly.
So with 360, like they do, Insta360 has a really good studio for both phone and computer. Like,
this is not an ad either.
Yeah,
This is just kind of something we're both dealing with.
But like, so their software is great as far as like being able to edit. It's very intuitive, very easy to make changes and do all that. So it is great. But then you have to edit it twice, basically. So you have to edit it once out of 360 to make it, standard format. And then, so what I'll do is I'll edit all the 360 footage for the day into standard format, and then chuck that into my file system. And then when I import everything into my Premiere Pro for editing, then I put it in order, and then you have to edit it again because you have to edit out like the stuff you're not going to use and all that. So you have to edit it twice. So it is a little time consuming, but it's not that bad. Like the 360 footage that I edited, I had 2 360 videos that I edited today for a video that's coming up. It took me, extra 20 minutes.
Well, also the way you're doing it, you're not having conversations and pulling the conversations from that footage.
That would be hard.
That's what I'm doing. So when
Yeah.
I'm doing it, I have to be intensely like listening, because I'm doing like if you go to my Instagram or even like YouTube, the short form vertical videos are usually interactions.
Right.
Because like I use the 360 as a dash cam on my motorcycle.
Right.
And like if I'm going through a sketchy place in like Atlanta or Miami or Seattle or whatever, it's great. If I get through the situation safely, I pray I always do. I'll delete that footage because nothing happened. But sometimes like I have my camera just rolling like that, and then I get a weird interaction at a gas station or red light, or if something funny happens. And so then I'll go back and rewatch that footage and listen to the conversation, and then I like key point it to look at like all these different like. It's harder because I'm not just doing it for the imagery.
Right.
I'm like actually recording the story.
Right. So yeah, I mean, it does take some more editing, because then you got to like. So say you got a policeman standing in front of your bike and you're sitting here.
That happens a lot.
Yeah. So then you got to film it here, edit it, and then you got to turn the camera around and then edit his reaction.
And that's what my whole process is. It's like me, him, this, and then after I export, that I'll splice it on my Final Cut Pro.
Yeah. So I'll use Final Cut. So
Yeah.
it's a great tool. You get some cool shots that you couldn't get any other way.
But if you only film on that, you'll hit burnout.
Yeah. Well, I tried doing that with flying doodles. So I tried using 360 cameras on that. But the problem is that I've got generally I had three 360 cameras, and the video, they're all 45 minutes long. And then trying to splice all that together is a lot.
Oh, it's a lot, and it takes forever. Okay. Anyways,
but yeah. So, sorry, we're talking shop there. I don't know if you guys are interested in all that. But all right. So, so you got this northern coast to coast coming up.
Yes.
What are you doing after that?
Oh,
I guess
gosh.
We've been talking about doing something in the Caribbean.
Yes. Well, technically, immediately after that, I'm going to do down the East Coast.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I've never been through the like foliage of the East Coast, or like New England. Sorry, baby. In fall. I thought he was sleeping with his eyes open for a minute.
No, he's just checking you out. He's side-eyeing you.
He's cute. So I've got the East Coast, west to east, and then I'll go to Florida down the East Coast and hopefully catching the foliage of fall. At that point, the north will get a little too chilly to be riding, so maybe I stay put in Florida, and then perhaps we go charter. Yeah,
we're talking about chartering a boat down in Caribbean somewhere, because this boat I'm planning to park, and then I don't know, by the time this video comes out, I maybe not have announced it yet, but I'm planning to do, I don't know, whatever, I'll tell you about it, who cares. I'm planning to do a spin-off, Sailing Doodles. So I was trying to decide what to do with this boat. Am I going to sell it? Am I going to raffle it? What am I going to do? And then you gave me the great idea. I mean, because I had always planned on kind of doing something like that anyway. You were like, why don't you just do a spinoff? And I'm like, what? Oh, wow, that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to find a couple that basically hopefully has either some kind of video experience or some kind of sailing experience, sail with them for a bit on this, and then hand them over the reins to it. So it'll be, I don't know, we'll call it something different, but I'll help promote it on Sailing Doodles and get them launched and all that. So it's a good deal for them because they get a nice career out of it and the use of a nice boat. And then it's good for me because I'm kind of diversifying my the doodle network.
I can't help to look at how crazy my hair looks.
Your hair looks amazing.
We don't have blow dryers on this boat.
I don't. Obviously, you can tell from my lovely mane that I use a hairdryer all the time.
I got a couple of messages saying, "Cut his hair."
Yeah,
you guys, calm down. He's gonna do the man button. It'll look really cool.
I need 2 more months, and then it stops looking. But
show him what you got. So
no,
far.
it's like I can do that, but like it's not good enough because the hair in the back is not.
You got to show you the side profile.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was a great idea. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, it's been cool watching this because we were sitting, golly, where were we? New Jersey somewhere. Where in New Jersey?
Cape May, was it? Or Atlantic? I think we're in Cape
Not
May.
Atlanta, yes.
Cape May.
So with Cape May. We just sat down for cocktails really by the beach, and we're just kind of talking. And I said this, and then to watch his wheels immediately turn, and then like for days following, like now you have an entire, again, organized, thought out process of what you're going to do and like how you're going to announce it.
Yeah, I've already got basically a video planned to do it. I'm probably going to put that out. If you're watching this and you're interested, I'll put a link down below where you can contact me. But I'm going to be very specific on this. Like, you're going to send me a link to a YouTube video that you created and uploaded. I'm not going to look at anything else. If you can't follow those at least minimal instructions, I'm not going to look at it. So it's going to be, send me a link to a YouTube video that you created. It doesn't have to be well edited. It just shows me that you can at least upload a video to YouTube and record it on your phone. And you and your partner tell me why you think you'd be good at it, and then there we go. It doesn't have to be heavily edited and all that, but you have to at least be able to do that.
Which is a huge deal. This is a golden ticket. Like if I weren't so immersed in my own.
You were like, I'll do it. I'm like, no, you're so.
Well, like if I didn't already have my own like momentum and like channel and like self branding happening. Like if you met like Broke Me a few years back, like loving yachting but not quite wanting to stay in yachting. Well, I loved yachting, but it can also be toxic.
Yeah.
If you met that girl, like, I would have like been like, this is like Willy Wonka, like it's a golden ticket, like you're getting like a true opportunity to like lean into this. But it's kind of crazy, the normal mindset is like maybe we'll see this as risky, but I think it's an incredible chance. Yeah,
well, I mean, we were talking about it earlier today. I mean, like most people don't you say, oh, it's an incredible chance, but I would say, we were trying to talk about like half of people, if you came up and offered them that, they'd be like, nah, I'm good, thanks.
That's insane to me.
Well, because they got.
Do you want to live on my boat and create a life of traveling and it not come out of your pocket? Like what? Well, and you can make money? What?
Well, it's a risk. I mean, so say you're, I don't know. I mean, say you're working at some company and you're a mid-level manager or something like that. You're making, I don't know, $80,000 a year. It's a risk because you are going to take a pay cut for a year. And then, what if it doesn't work out? Well, then you got to start over or whatever. So like a lot of people are risk averse. That's why, I mean, not everybody's an entrepreneur. I mean, they want the safe, sure thing, which is going to the office every day and earning a paycheck.
That's crazy. If I stuck with my safe, sure thing, I was climbing up in yachting, and the peak of my career, I was first mate. I do have a captain's license. I just don't want to be a captain. I just wanted to overshoot the male applicants to get the jobs I wanted. Because I didn't want the paperwork and and managing people. But I was first mate on a 120-foot, golly, was it Westport in Fort Lauderdale? And that was a really cush gig. Like I was doing all right. And this is, now that I've fully leaned into YouTube and working with sponsors and like Harley Davidson and like collaborating with people like you, YouTube and all of its blessings, I've surpassed my salary by
sure. I'm sure. Yeah, 100%. So, I mean, but it's risk reward. Like, if it didn't work out, you might have just wasted a whole year or whatever. You know what I mean? And so, like, like a lot of people just don't want to risk that. But I mean, so you have not. Have you actually? So you started a podcast. Have you actually posted any of it yet?
I haven't posted. I was waiting for my trademarks to come through. Mm-hmm. They came through, so I've got the name. I've got like I know what it's about. I've done the first episode.
I was gonna say it's somewhat similar to the stuff we were just talking about. There is finding people in relationships and all that, right? Or what?
I'm like, we weren't talking about that at all.
Well, I mean, just about how
like where they are in life.
Well, I mean,
taking risks.
That's it. And
so my podcast is going to be Risk Takers, but because like taking risk is, I think, so sexy. It's actually spelled RISQUE, like risque. So Risk Takers.
Taking risque.
Mm-hmm, except for without the little flex over the Q, and now it's pronounced risk. Okay. And so Risk Takers, I want it to be about sweat, sex, and speed, like the things that get my heart racing. I love talking about other people's relationships, but in my life, especially lately, I've been meeting so many exceptional people, interesting people, really like different from the norm, risk takers, and I'm seeing this common factor of like people are having such a hard time dating and like finding someone, and like especially myself, like I know what it would put a potential partner through to like, I don't know, it's hard to date when you're at a certain level of like risky and abnormal.
Well, I mean, I'd say, there's definitely a double standard, is like, because like, most guys that you would probably date, whatever, you're probably going to be more successful and earn more money than they are, and you're going to be traveling all the world, doing all this stuff, so it's hard for them to be secure. They'd have to be very secure. And
that's something I've seen, like even through, like when I was working on yachts, I was maybe at times the only female with 5 to 12 men, and that, like, I've seen that really mess with a partner, and he was like, it was his insecurity, and I mean, I get it, like, I actually wouldn't want to do it the other way around, but
I don't know if your partner was on a yacht full of 6 girls.
Yeah, like, it wouldn't be for me, so like I get it, and then even when I left yachting, now like motorcycling, I'm hanging around professional stunt riders, professional filmmakers, like racers. I'm around and exposed to all these really interesting people, and I'm just so excited to be in the space. On the flip side, if I have someone I'm trying to see, it can be kind of mentally difficult to be like you would have to be incredibly secure, and also yes, financially. I've had dates with guys who, after the first date, I was like, they're not gonna handle it. One guy got really mad at me for paying for my own dinner.
Yeah.
Like, actually, like, ego angry, and I was like, wait, what? Like, anyways, sorry. It's been difficult. Okay,
yeah.
It's not easy.
Well, I totally relate. Well, not with that part, but like, it's hard to find, like, dating, because I'm never in one place for more than a week.
I was pressing Bobby about, we're gonna film after this.
What?
My second episode.
Oh, okay.
And I was pressing Bobby about some questions, not like pressing, I was curious. I love talking about this stuff. I love love. I love people's relationships. And boy, every question I ask kind of gives more questions.
Yeah, great.
He's had a hard time.
I'm gonna be grilled here, is that what you're saying?
I feel like your face is turning red.
Yeah, it probably is, yeah. I really love talking about my love life.
Well, I was hesitant to like ask you to follow through and film it, because I think
of course, sure.
I made him uncomfortable with it.
It's fine.
He's like, oh.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I'd love to. That's actually, it's kind of one of my, I'd like to do more like podcasts, like on other people's channels and stuff like that. Just to, because you're diversifying your brand and like, pushing it out there, getting more collaborations and more, press, I guess. It's kind of hard to do.
Diversify your exposure for dating.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You go on like podcasts about dating and relationships.
Dog hair in my mouth. One of you guys like got a piece of.
There's dog hair everywhere.
I know. I was just looking at that. I need a vacuum.
having so much Claritin in my system. It's been great, but there's a lot of carpet and like velvet, like fabrics that hold all the
Yeah. Well, I had it all vacuumed up when you got here, but it's been a week. I need to do it again. So I had it mostly vacuumed up.
At one point, there were gusts, and you can tell they were coming to the hatches and going up this like stairway, and you just see this like tornado of hair.
Tumbleweed of dog hair.
Yeah. I was just like, oh my gosh. Oh
Well,
boy.
sorry. I know they are, but look at this guy. I mean,
That guy's especially
oh,
curly.
he's
This
a sweet
guy
boy.
can be a little ornery.
Yeah. He is. This one is just the most chill. Well, he can get in his moods.
Only when he's hungry.
Yeah, when he's hungry, he does that. Plus, he likes to bite your butt. He'll
No, both of them.
both of them will bite your butt.
They'll,
Oh.
if you just bend over anyway.
Well, she's wearing a bikini and like, I don't know, bending over to grab something and the dog goes straight in.
It takes 0 seconds. Like the instant there's a window, like they are friendly. Like it is, oh my God, one day I couldn't move left or right. Like I was just like, oh my God, guys. It was a lot.
They're sticking their noses where it doesn't belong. So yeah, yeah. I mean, they're so cute.
Yeah, we're talking about you.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Jeez.
So, well, it's too bad, but you haven't had too many allergic reactions to them. It hasn't been that bad, has it?
I've stayed on the Claritin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's surprising though, because I thought doodles don't shed.
Well,
They shed a
so that's the
lot.
problem, is that they do shed. Well, when I got them, you never know what you're going to get with a doodle, because, yeah, they are 75% poodle, but they're also 25% lab. Labs shed, forever. So if you want to be 100% sure that
They are not hypoallergenic. I
Yeah.
can attest to that.
So you basically have a 50-50 shot on this plate. And this chance, I had a 75% shot they would be hypoallergenic poodly type, but I did not win the lottery on that. I think it was mostly because they were bred to have that coloring rather than the hypoallergenic stuff. So yeah, they are cute. Everybody, like, are you kidding me? Walk down the street with them, they're all like, oh my God, they're so
Well, and I remember it not being such an issue on like the cat. It wouldn't be an issue because there's more open space and not
Right.
so much like every bit of fabric just holds.
Well, yeah,
danger in
well, plus we're down in the hole of a monohull, right? So on a catamaran, you got the big open deck and all that, so air moves a lot through it. So I think, it probably is a lot more
It's been more intense.
trapped dog in here than there would be on a catamaran. But hopefully soon. Yeah, still waiting on all that stuff to go through. They're already building my boat. It'll be ready by the end of the year. It's just a matter of insurance, which is still dragging their feet. So.
Yeah, your patrons, and I kind of imagine a lot of the people who listen to your podcast are also supporters on your Patreon.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, I don't know, you have to really care, like hear just even conversations, I think.
Plus, I think you should do it on yours too. What I do is...
I need to revamp mine. During burnout, that's something I had to drop. I'm like, I just have too much going on.
But what I'll do is, every couple weeks I'll do an Ask Me Anything. So I'll make a post on Patreon or my channel memberships, whatever, ask me anything, and I'll answer it in the next podcast. So you get your patrons and your supporters directly involved, and you answering their questions, stuff like that. So that's a good way to do it.
I'll revamp mine. I just need to. Yeah, when I got burnout, I just started dropping things that were too much for me. But now I've got a pretty good system. I'd like to get back on that because it is nice to have that real support. But gosh, what was I going to say? The patrons were the ones who were messaging me about your boat wrecking.
Yeah.
Actually, you guys are very persistent. Every motorcycle video has at least 1 or 2 comments when are you going back on boats though?
Right.
So it's cool to be reconnected.
Well, you guys are awesome. Your patrons, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Couldn't do it without you. So.
Yeah.
What?
About to be a smart aleck.
I'm sure they would enjoy that. But so what do we even know? So we're here in Brooklyn now. Actually, is where we are. Do we have any idea what we're doing later?
I think we have no plan. We're professionally winging it now.
Professionally winging it. Okay.
Yeah, we have no gauge of what we're doing right now.
Nope. I think she's going to come down tomorrow. Hopefully she'll be here before you get here. Emma from Flying Doodles, she's going to come down tomorrow.
Cool. Okay, cool.
We just kind of organized that this morning. So.
Wait, does she live here?
No, well, she took a summer job up here, so she's doing Flying Doodles, but so that is one of her jobs. But then she also does air tours out of Rhinebeck Aerodrome, which is like they like biplanes and stuff like that. They kind of specialize in vintage aircraft stuff, and so she gives tours and stuff like that. So,
really?
So it's only like a 2-hour train ride away. So she's going to come down and do that and hang out
awesome.
for, I don't know, she may help me sail it over to Long Island or something. I'm not even sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not sure. But she can only stay till like Thursday because she's got dogs and planes to get back to. So. All right. Well, I guess let's figure out what we're doing because it's the last day to film with you. You're leaving tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got to sit down and talk to you about your dating life.
Great. So
that might take all day. Actually, we might be
yeah.
booked out.
So what is your podcast called? Or you don't have it
Risk
public?
Takers.
That's right.
RISQU.
Did you have it like? You just go to your website, probably find it or whatever, or just follow you on Lost Lauryn, and then you can figure out the podcast stuff when you start posting it, or what?
Yeah, I was gonna wait to post until I have 12 episodes, but you've encouraged me not to do that. Just go ahead and put it out there.
I think you can bank a few, but I would start putting them out as you go, just because the stuff you talk about may not be as timely. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
I mean, if you're putting out 12 episodes, what you talked about episode 1 or 2 may not be
but I could
relevant
put out
anymore.
this episode, and you could already be in a committed relationship.
Yeah, exactly. And then all the girls that are messaging trying to find me now, I'm like, sorry, ladies, I'm taken.
It's like she edited it. I'm not gonna edit it. So I'm just gonna,
I've had very few of that. You get it all the time, I'm sure. You get guys like messaging you, trying to slide in your DMs, like date you all the time. I'm sure. I've had very few of that.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just us. Guys are weird.
We might live in two different realities.
Yeah, well, I'm sure, but guys are weird and creepy, and girls are generally not. I mean, they can be creepy, but they're generally not.
Not creepy.
All right. Well, thanks for sitting with me in the podcast today. Thank you guys for watching, subscribing. Check out Lost Lauryn on all her social media. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel as well to see the next podcast. And thank you guys.
Thank you guys. See you guys also hopefully on my channel where I share my perspective of our journeys.
Go, Risk Takers.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye.